How's it going, everybody? I'm going to spend a few minutes this morning talking about the strategy that I've kind of implemented with my designs and like the just the scaling strategy, the growth uh, of my account. I mentioned in the last video that about 22% of products sold in July were due to one design, but it was maybe like 35 or 36 different products based on the same design. And then people were saying, uh, you know, tell us just a little more. And I want to, and I will. I'm not going to use my example because, of course, I don't want to give that up. But there are literally a million different ways to go about this strategy. I'm going to show you two ways. I'm going to show you this thing that you see on the screen, and then I'll go into the area code example that I've been using over the last couple of videos just to kind of stay on topic. Uh, the main thing, and I'm gonna get right into it, is to recognize that, for example, let's talk about this design. It might be easy. That once you find a design, and to me this is kind of like a gag gift, like a kind of like a maybe an occasional purchase. It's not an everyday type thing that people are actually going to put on. Like they're not going to put this shirt on and wear it out every day. But it is something that they're going to, maybe wear once or twice, or somebody's going to buy as a gift. Either case, this is a perfect example for what I'm talking about. My design that I've been using is something that I believe that people would put on and just wear out throughout the day. It's nothing like this. It's actually like a kind of very simple, pretty. I don't know if it's a minimalistic design, but like I said, it's definitely not something flashy, nothing that sends a message. It is location based, and and it works. Clearly, it started selling. So what I want to show you here is that this is what I'm talking about. You come up with the design, and this is the scalable part. This is the part that where you can include 100,000. I don't know how many cities there are in the world, but words and locations. New York, right? One of the biggest cities in the U.S. But how many others are out there? And that's what I'm going to talk about next. So this is clearly what this person is doing, right? As you can see, they're pricing them really low because they probably have, 1,000 other designs just like this with a different location. Now, here's the part of the strategy that I think would separate you from others. And I'm going to talk about this with area codes because I don't plan on getting into this niche. I might have a few designs that are kind of like this, but it really doesn't matter to me. And there is still room for growth in this niche if anybody's interested. But I would just say do your research before you spend a lot of time going into this. So here's the strategy. Here's where I'm kind of just pushing it a little bit with my designs. So if we're looking at area codes and we go to New York area code, we're gonna probably see a lot of them, but they're out there. And the reason I'm showing you some of these is simple because look, they're selling. They're not, these are not like everyday sellers. It's nothing crazy, but they are selling. And now if you have, one for New York, one for Buffalo, one for Dallas, Texas, one for San Fran. Right now, you're expanding your catalog, and you have all these designs out there. So let's go a little further. San Francisco, right? Area code T-shirt. There it is, right? These are also selling. These have a skyline in the background. It's like an actual image. But look, there's this design. There are these designs here. There are a lot of them, right? You can see here. So we keep going. Now I'm just kind of going through this with you guys because I want you to get an idea. Like I'm slowly getting to the point. So we look for Buffalo, New York. Now there's a higher number of search results that are coming back, right? Still, look at the designs. There's even an Amazon's Choice. This is a pretty nice rank, 306, right? Probably getting daily sales are maybe like every other day. Still 716, right? Let's see if there's any other ones. There's 716, 716, right? Different kinds of designs. Okay? And then this is my big point. Let me just find the right page. I want to see the distribution of the population of the US, right? United States has 14 cities with more than 1 million people, 337 cities between 100,000 and 1 million, and 4,137 cities between 10,000 and 100,000 people. Now let me ask you, how many of you have done designs for these 14 cities? How about for these 337? Probably everybody. Now, how many of you have actually done designs for these 4,137 cities? This is just in one country. What we have with Merch by Amazon is so many different marketplaces. And even if somebody's living in the US, they might be from a very small place in who knows where, from who knows what country. And a lot of people don't want to take the time or the effort to go and, for example, just look up every city between 90,000 and 100,000 people and start designing for those people. Do you think that there aren't, you know, area codes, for example, and designs like actual gifts and shirts that people want to wear? It's still 100,000 people is a pretty big city. So I did a bit of a test. Let me just see if this is the one. Yeah, this is the result. So I actually, of course, I did New York, we did San Fran, we did Buffalo, and then I actually Googled, I said towns under 50,000 population in the US. First one, Kyle, Texas. So Kyle, Texas area code t-shirt. These are the results. There's 30 results that came back. Let me just show you that. There it is, 30 results. And let's see. Let's scroll together. Okay, does this one count? Not really. It's not an area code, but sure. We can even count that as one if you want. And then we keep going and going and nothing. So now we have a town with 50,000 people, and we don't have anything in that one niche. There's nothing, right? There's only even one t-shirt with that name. So why not spend a few minutes and actually do these very, very simple designs for Kyle, Texas? And then how many others? What do we get? Like 4,000? So you can go through every single, you can be strategic with this and go, or systematic and go, you know, Texas, California, New York, if you want to pick bigger states. If you want to go somewhere where you know that nobody's going, pick a state, pick the smallest state, you know, go with their population and go backwards, right? People usually attack the biggest city because they think that's the biggest marketplace, but that is actually where it's so saturated, because not only have I, a random guy, thought about that, so have you, so has everybody else in this marketplace. Because the first thing that we do is we're like, okay, let's attack the you know, the most populated areas where there's going to be the biggest market, but then, you know, we're not realizing that there are thousands of other people doing the same thing. So what you have to do is you have to kind of go a little deeper with these kinds of locations. And again, think about the whole world, right? Don't think about the US just because you know, other people might be exploring this thing. And then the last thing I'll say before I wrap this up is just do a little research on the design. Because, for example, like in my opinion, this will sell from time to time, but it's not something that, you know, that will sell on a daily basis. It might if you have 1,000 designs for 1,000 different cities, but I'm just saying, like, 1-to-1 ratio, like this is not gonna, you know, sell every day on its own. So invest a little time in the design. Make sure that that's kind of like proven to be good, that people are actually liking it and buying it, and then then start doing this kind of research. Start getting your lists ready. Right. This is very time consuming. Like, so I'll sometimes work on, spreadsheets with different locations, different, I don't even know, like what exactly, like different stats, for hours at night before I start running my, Merch Titans automation upload tool. So I wanted to answer that question. I wanted to tell you guys, but and I wanted to go into a lot of detail because I didn't want to just kind of like leave you hanging with what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing, except I have my own design, like I said, that I know people like, and it's not specific to like one occasion, like a birthday or anything. It is something that people would wear every day, and so far it's worked out great. So I'm going to continue doing that, but this is kind of like the point, the secret of what I'm doing is not going for the biggest. It's going for where there is still a lot of opportunity in the market. And again, think on the world scale. Don't think just your city, your state, your country, right? There's a big world out there. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here in the interest of time. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon.